Handigui for Tvs Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. MOH has identified 4 dengue hotspots in Sarawak, contributing to a nationwide total of 59 hotspots, with 44 located in Selangor. The sighting of the new moon for Zulhijjah, determining the date for AIDILADHA, is scheduled for Friday, June 7th, with the announcement to be broadcast over radio and television on the same day. At least 7,900 residents have been relocated in Papua New Guinea after a landslide that has buried 2,000 people, with authorities warning of more landslides due to current weather conditions. At least 7,900 residents have been relocated from village areas in Enga Province, Papua New Guinea, following a landslide, and so far at least 2,000 people are reported to be buried under the landslide. Authorities warn that given the current weather conditions, further landslides are likely.
Meanwhile, search and rescue operations are ongoing with the help of local villagers. The disaster has caused extensive damage to buildings and crops, significantly impacting the economic lifeline of Papua New Guinea. The main highway to the Pogera mine is completely blocked, and the area remains unstable due to the slow movement of the landslide, posing a continuous threat to rescue teams and survivors. The International Organization for Migration in the Pacific Island nation reported that its team, along with government teams, inspected the affected villages on Sunday and handed over a check worth approximately $128,796 to the Enga provincial government for immediate assistance.
Now, the sighting of the new moon for Zulhijjah, which will determine the date for AIDILADHA, is scheduled for Friday, June 7th. The Office of the Keeper of the Ruler's Seal in a statement said the announcement would be made over radio and television on the same night, and the sighting will be conducted at 29 locations nationwide. Among them are Pontian Kecil Johor, Falak Al-Kawarizmi Complex, Kampung Balek Batu, Tanjung Bidara Melaka, Baitul Hilal Complex Telok Kemang, Port Dickson, Negeri Sembilan, Bukit Melawati, Kuala Selangor, Bukit Jugra, Banting, Selangor Observatory and Sabak Bernam, Selangor. The locations in Sarawak are Pusat Falak, Miri, Telok Bandung, Kuching and Tanjung Batu in Bintulu. The Ministry of Health, MOH, has announced that 4 areas in Sarawak have been identified as dengue hotspots during the 20th epidemiological week of this year. Health Director General Dr. Muhammad Razzi Abu Hassan reported that a total of 59 hotspots have been detected nationwide, with 44 of them located in Selangor. He explained that 4 more were identified in the Kuala Lumpur Federal Territory, 3 in Kedah, 2 in Perak and 1 each in Pulau Pinang and Negeri Sembilan. In a media statement, Dr. Razzi said 2 deaths due to dengue fever complications were reported during the 20th epidemiological week. He added that 42 deaths due to complications arising from dengue fever have been reported so far, compared to 28 deaths for the same period in 2023. Meanwhile, he disclosed that 2,461 cases of dengue fever have been reported, compared to 2,338 cases in the previous week. For chikungunya surveillance, Dr. Razzi said 1 case was recorded, bringing the cumulative total to 25 cases. As for Zika surveillance, he said 1,021 blood samples and 6 urine samples were screened for Zika, and all results tested negative. Abu Dhabi future energy company PJSC or Masdar has announced its interest in exploring investment opportunities in Sarawak's renewable energy sector. Its CEO, Mohammed Jamil Al-Ramahi, said the company plans to invest in developing floating solar farms in Sarawak, and this intention was made clear during a courtesy visit with Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng in Kuching earlier today.
A very important MOU that we have signed in the presence of the Premier during his visit to Dubai last December during COP28. An MOU that Masdar, one of the largest renewable energy companies in the world, have signed with our local partner Sarawak Energy to invest and develop and assess the opportunities in developing renewable energy project, particularly floating solar, up to a capacity of 1 gigawatt.
Commenting on the company's capabilities, Mohammed Jamil said that as one of the largest renewable energy companies in the world, they are capable of investing in high-impact green economy projects. He said that Masdar hopes to work closely with the Sarawak Energy under the guidance and support of the Sarawak government.
Masdar is very much looking forward in working closely with our local partner Sarawak Energy under the guidance and support of the Premier and the government of Sarawak as we look forward in, of course, developing gigawatts of capacities in Malaysia as a whole, but also within the Asian countries. As you know, Masdar right now is one of the largest renewable energy companies that has already invested in this region, starting from Indonesia, and now we are in Sarawak working closely with the government and our local partner to invest and develop large-scale renewable energy capacity.
In December 2023, Abang Johari visited the United Arab Emirates to attend COP28 and also witnessed the signing ceremony of an MOU between Masdar and Sarawak Energy Berhad, SEB. The MOU highlighted the mutual commitment to sustainable energy practices and the potential for strategic partnerships.
Now, Sarawak state-owned company Pusaka Timber Industry Sdn Berhad has formed a partnership with two Chinese businesses, bringing in an estimated investment of 1.8 billion ringgit. Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan, announced that a Memorandum of Understanding MOU has been signed with G-Cov Technologies Company Limited and Sichuan Vanoff New Materials Company Limited to work together on developing bamboo plantations, wood pulp and fibre-based products in Sarawak.
The MOU enables the three parties to conduct a thorough commercial evaluation of developing bamboo plantation, pulping and fibre-based products in Sarawak. During the signing ceremony, Tengah expressed confidence that this strategic partnership would leverage each party's strengths to gain a competitive edge in the global market for high-value bamboo fibre-based products. He noted that the initiative aligns with Sarawak's post-COVID-19 development strategy, PCDS 2030, aiming to transform Sarawak into a developed state through economic growth, social inclusivity, and environmental sustainability. He also mentioned that the project will bring in capital, promote technology and knowledge transfer, and create job opportunities. As such, a technical committee comprising relevant agencies will be established to oversee the feasibility study's completion. On one side, the MOU involves Pusaka Timber Industries, a subsidiary of Pusaka Capital Sdn Berhad, a stakeholder in Sarawak's timber processing industry that is currently exploring investments in the bamboo industry. Meanwhile, Sichuan Vanoff New Materials operates an integrated bamboo pulping and fibre products facility in Meishan, China, and is involved in commercial and community bamboo planting. Given the rising demand for eco-friendly bamboo products like tissues, wet wipes, molded boxes, and diapers, they are considering Sarawak as a base to expand their production capacity. Furthermore, G Cove Technologies focuses on producing molded boxes for food, medical, and industrial packaging using bamboo pulp from Sichuan Vanov new materials. They plan to increase production of halal-certified molded boxes to meet the high demand in Muslim markets.
The Sarawak government is dedicated to embedding environmental, social and governance ESG principles as the cornerstone of its economic and industrial policies. Deputy Minister for International Trade, Industry and Investment Mintrat Sarawak, Dr. Malcolm Musand, emphasized the crucial role of ESG compliance in advancing the region's industrial and commercial sectors. He said by embracing and upholding ESG principles, Sarawak can establish benchmarks for other regions and states, consistently progressing by showcasing both economic development and environmental sustainability.
It is important that we integrate environmental, social, and governance principles into the core of our economic and industrial policy. This BCDS 2030 outline our roadmap to become a thriving, resilient and sustainable region, emphasizing on innovation, inclusivity and environmental stewardship. The Sarawak government is committed to fostering an environment where businesses can thrive while adhering to high standard of ESG compliance. This commitment is about embedding this principle into the fabrics of our industrial and commercial activities.
He said this in his opening remarks during the Unlock Hidden Value, Drive Growth and Sustainability with Climate Action workshop held in Miri on Tuesday. The one-day workshop serves as a platform to equip industries and stakeholders with the knowledge and tools needed to implement effective ESG strategies, ensuring businesses remain competitive and sustainable in the global market. It was jointly organized by the Ministry of Industrial Trade, Industry and Investment Mintrat Sarawak, Invest Sarawak, Alliance Bank, the UN Global Compact Network Malaysia and Brunei, and saw approximately 100 participants from some 40 companies dedicated to advancing climate action and sustainability within Sarawak. The Bintangor Fire and Rescue Station BBP has set a zero fire target for longhouses under their jurisdiction during the Hari Gawai Festival on June 1st. And to achieve this, they are raising awareness among longhouse residents by distributing leaflets containing information on fire prevention. BBP Bintangor Chief Nicholas Belulin noted that based on 2023 statistics, only 2 fire incidents were reported in the Pakan district in Sari K ahead of the celebration.
Nicholas said that officers will be making their rounds to distribute leaflets from house to house. The distribution of leaflets to longhouses in the Julau district began yesterday, according to Nicholas, covering longhouses in Rumah Jana Saweng, Batu Matup, Rumah Fabian Unggang Pandang, Jalan Julau Entabay, Sungai Sapi, and Rumah Akun Nangga Ayam Jalan Julai Entabay. The leaflets will be distributed in other areas of Julau tomorrow. Nicholas hoped that by spreading this information, the Hari Gawai Festival celebrations will proceed without any fire incidents. Meanwhile, Nicholas reminded villagers living in longhouses to be cautious and mindful of the risks involved in cooking various dishes to celebrate the Hari Gawai Festival in order to prevent any fire incidents. He noted that previous fire incidents at longhouses were often caused by a lack of supervision during a large-scale cooking activities.
Hello there and welcome back. Now, the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development plans to roll out the Child Protection Advocacy Program Kasih Kanak-Kanak in 300 schools nationwide this year. Minister Dr. Sri Nancy Shukri said the program, which mobilizes the entire community in safeguarding children and creating a safe environment, is currently active in 30% of the targeted schools.
The program was launched last year and was implemented in 5 states: Kuala Lumpur, Sabah, Kelantan, Selangor and Sarawak. This year, it will take place in Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, Kuala Lumpur and subsequently other states until the end of the year.
Usaha untuk mengadakan kasih ini adalah pertama untuk kita memberi tahu kepada anak-anak mengenai hak mereka. So hak mereka itu dimaklum melalui penceramah-penceramah kita. Kita mahu mereka mengetahui bagaimana kalau ada abuse ataupun neglected children. Mereka tahu bagaimana nak mengatasinya. Mereka dapat menghubungi 15999 our number untuk memang sentiasa kita ingatkan. Bukan hanya untuk anak-anak tetapi sesiapa saja. So program kasih ini akan kita teruskan seperti mana saya nyatakan. Another 300 schools more.
She said this while officiating the closing ceremony of the 2024 Regional Conference on Early Childhood Development earlier today. She reiterated that the ministry's focus on safeguarding the welfare, safety and well-being of the target groups, especially children, is consistently emphasized through various advocacy programs and support services. Therefore, the ministry relies on the support of other government agencies as well as local teachers and communities to play a role in helping to prevent a rise in cases of child abuse and neglect.
The total number of heat-related illnesses have increased to 88 cases as of May 27th, up from 84 cases on May 19. The National Disaster Management Agency NATMA in a statement today provided a breakdown of the cases: 65 cases of heat exhaustion, 19 cases of heat stroke and 4 cases of heat cramps.
The agency added that 1 heat stroke case was treated in the intensive care unit, another is still being treated in a regular ward, and a 3rd case has recovered following treatment. At the same time, NATMA also provided an update on the hot weather, stating that as of May 27th, the Kuala Krai district in Kelantan registered level 2 hot weather heat wave, with daily maximum temperatures exceeding 37 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius for at least 3 consecutive days. Additionally, on May 25th, 3 districts in Peninsular Malaysia and 2 districts in Sabah recorded level 1 hot weather caution, with maximum daily temperatures of 35 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius for at least 2 consecutive days.
Maintaining daily solat and having good relationship with parents and teachers and being courteous with friends are among Hajj pilgrim Muhammad Amar Nur Azam's recipes for success. The Sekolah Menengah Puchong Utama 1 student scored 9 A's in the 2023 Sijil Pelajaran Malaysia SPM examination.
Masa first tengok result tu, alhamdulillah, memang rasa happy lah, memang rasa gembira kan. Sebab tak pernah pun selama ni dapat straight A macam tu. So rasa macam satu kejayaan yang besar lah, sebab selama ni dah banyak usaha, dah banyak berdoa. Alhamdulillah hari ni Allah terima makbulkan doa saya dan saya dapatlah straight A tu. Alhamdulillah.
He said this to the media when met at a hotel in Mecca on Monday night. The 18-year-old Muhammad Amar, who is among the 31,600 Malaysians in the Holy Land to perform the Hajj pilgrimage in the 1445 Hijriah season, received the good news after performing the Subuh prayer with his younger brother, 17-year-old Muhammad Amir, at the Grand Mosque on Monday. He then conveyed the news to his parents, 63-year-old Cik Noor Azam Osman and 51-year-old Kamsiah Muhammad Kontol, who were in the hotel room in Abraj Al Janadriya. Muhammad Amar, who was the head prefect at the school, scored A+ for English, Islamic education, history, mathematics and physics, A for biology, chemistry and additional mathematics, and A- for Bahasa Melayu.
At least 45 civilians, mostly women and children, were killed and many injured in an Israeli airstrike on a displacement camp in northwest Rafah, southern Gaza Strip. The attack hit a shelter near the UN Relief and Works Agency warehouse, and footage from the Palestinian Red Crescent Society (PRCS) showed paramedics rushing to aid the wounded amid chaotic nighttime scenes. PRCS reports that hospitals are overwhelmed due to the damage caused by the Israeli military, forcing many victims to temporary medical centers. Many in a tent, mostly women and children, were burnt alive. Still on the same development, Israel faced widespread international criticism on Monday following an airstrike on a tent city in Rafah. The Israeli government stated it was investigating the incident, which it described as a tragic accident, amid the ongoing conflict in Gaza that began on October 7th. The strike resulted in significant civilian casualties, raising concerns about the humanitarian impact of the conflict. Israel's military said the Sunday evening's attack in the southern Rafah area had targeted and killed 2 senior Hamas operatives, but it also sparked a fire that Palestinians and many Arab countries condemned as a massacre. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the government was investigating the tragic accident.
ברפיח כבר פינינו כמיליון תושבים בלתי מעורבים. ולמרות המאמץ העליון שלנו שלא לפגוע בבלתי מעורבים, קרתה לצערנו אמש תקלה טרגית. אנחנו חוקרים את המקרה, אנחנו נסיק את המסקנות.
Meanwhile, about 10,000 people took part in a demonstration near the Israeli embassy in Paris on Monday against Israel's deadly shelling of the Gaza city of Rafah. The Israeli attack also sparked strong protests from mediators, Egypt and Qatar, as well as from other regional governments. Egypt deplored the targeting of defenseless civilians, calling it part of a systematic policy aimed at widening the scope of death and destruction in the Gaza Strip to make it uninhabitable. Jordan accused Israel of ongoing war crimes. Saudi Arabia condemned the continued massacres, and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan vowed to hold these barbarians and murderers accountable.
Bugüne kadar 36 binden fazla Filistinli kardeşimizi şehit eden soykırımcı caniler dün de güvenli bölge ilan ettikleri Refah'ta bulunan bir mülteci kampındaki sivillerin üzerinde füze ve bomba yağdırmışlardır. Uluslararası Adalet Divanı'nın saldırıları durdurma çağrısının ardından gerçekleşen bu katliam terör devletinin kanlı ve kalleş yüzünü bir kez daha ifşa etmiştir.
Qatar condemned a dangerous violation of international law and voiced concern that the bombing will complicate ongoing mediation efforts towards a truce. The African Union Chair Musa Faki Mohammed said Israel continues to violate international law in contempt of an ICJ ruling 2 days ago ordering an end to its military action in Rafah. The top world court, the International Court of Justice, on Friday ordered Israel to halt any offensive in Rafah and elsewhere that could bring about the physical destruction of the Palestinians.
Of the statute and Articles 75 and 70.
Norway and Spain have officially recognized the state of Palestine on Tuesday, with Ireland set to follow soon. Spanish spokeswoman Pilar Alegria called the recognition a historic step towards peace between Palestinians and Israelis. She said the decision is in line with United Nations resolution and is not directed against any party.
Estamos ante un día histórico. La firme decisión de reconocimiento del Estado palestino que el Gobierno de España ha adoptado junto también a Irlanda y a Noruega y que el mismo jueves va a aprobar Eslovenia, tiene un único objetivo, que es contribuir a que israelíes y palestinos alcancen la paz. Nuestro país.
Meanwhile, the Spanish government reaffirmed the country's commitment to security in the region, in addition to working with Arab countries to hold a peace conference. Spain stressed that the priority now is to put an end to the unprecedented crisis in Gaza, open the crossings, and call for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza and the entry of the humanitarian aid. With Spain, Norway, and Ireland, the number of countries recognizing the state of Palestine rises to 147 out of 193 member states in the United Nations General Assembly. The tripartite recognition from political influential countries within the European Union and globally comes at a critical and decisive time. This recognition highlights the ongoing Israeli aggression, genocidal war and massacres in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, including occupied Jerusalem, that the Palestinian people are enduring. At the same time, it coincides with the diplomatic efforts led by Palestine and other nations advocating for just peace and the end of occupation, presented to the International Court of Justice and the International Criminal Court.
Belgium on Tuesday pledged to deliver 30 F-16 jets to Kiev by 2028 in its battle against Russia's invasion. The pledge was made as part of a bilateral security and long-term support accord signed by Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky and Belgium Prime Minister Alexander De Croo, the latest in a string of similar Ukrainian accords with Western allies. In addition to a commitment of support over the next 10 years, Zelensky said the bilateral security agreement includes at least 977 million euros in Belgian military aid to Ukraine this year. The Ukrainian leader jetted into Brussels from Spain late on Monday as part of a whistle-stop tour to several European countries in a bid to rally support for Kiev. He was to hold a press conference with the crew and visit a military airbase in Belgian capital, where he will meet instructors helping to train Ukrainian pilots to fly F-16s. Belgium had previously pledged to supply F-16 aircraft to Kiev as part of a broader initiative by European allies. Zelensky's latest tour comes as Ukraine is struggling to hold back a Russian ground offensive in the Kharkiv region, where Moscow recently has made its largest territorial gains in 18 months. With the Russian assault now in its third year, Ukraine has been pleading for more weapons for its outgunned and outnumbered troops, notably seeking help to address its lack of air defense systems. The Ukrainian leader is also trying to whip up support for a peace conference due to be held in Switzerland next month, as Kiev has rejected any push to invite Russia. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.